Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our 6th guided mindfulness meditation session. We are so pleased to be joined again today by Johnny Drury. For those who haven't joined us before, Johnny is an experienced meditator and has practiced many methods of meditation and holistic health. So I'll pass you over to Johnny now to start the session. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome to this session. Just a few notes there about we'll be spending the next half an hour together. Welcome if it's your first time, and welcome if you've been before too. So just a quick recap on the what and why of meditation. Firstly, if you can just make sure your phones are off and you'll not be disturbed for the next half an hour. So mindfulness meditation is basically present moment, non-judgmental awareness in a nutshell. It's a natural state. It is who we are. It's a process, and it might feel difficult, but it is a practice. So the more you do it, the better you get. And then we'll be doing breath and body meditation, and a meditation on joy, and a little question about self-inquiry. I'll explain that when we get to it. And as usual, we end with a poem. So if you can find a position that you're comfortable in for the next 20 minutes or so. If you're sitting, you can raise yourself up with a cushion or a bolster or a block, and this just helps straighten the spine so you're not hunched. If you're sitting on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, you don't have to lean. It's just slightly better if you're not leaning back, but that's absolutely fine as well. And as you can see, this gentleman in the picture, his back straight and his legs right angles and the joint, and his feet are flat on the floor. And if you're lying down, just make sure you're not too tired, otherwise you might end up drifting off to sleep. As I say, undisturbed and alert and relaxed at the same time. And to remember that no matter what position you're in, you can even be standing up if you like, but no matter what you're doing, to be in the present moment. This is the key to mindfulness practice. So I'm assuming that you're all in your positions ready to start the meditation. And we begin with our eyes closed or softly gazing downwards, and focus on the weight of your body, and we will gradually be coming into the presence of the body and the mind and the soul. There's a picture to just look at it briefly if you need a key for your mind to remember what a relaxing environment it might be. Sometimes this helps. So you could see yourself in the hammock, in this beautiful scene, or perhaps you're the person in the water just gently floating around and enjoying the underwater view of the tropical fish. Otherwise, eyes closed or softly gazing downwards. And become aware of the weight of your body wherever you are, the contact, gravity holding us to the earth, and the gentle, natural breathing. Just rising and falling. Notice it on your tummy, your diaphragm, or your lungs, your ribs expanding, contracting gently. You may notice on the top lip as it comes out of your nose or your mouth. Simply noticing the moment, whatever's going on. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out as the universe, in effect, the universe is breathing us. We're not doing it. And we're just noticing peacefulness of being breathed. And notice the sound of my voice and the sounds in your environment. And any tension in your body. Sometimes a sound might just trigger a little bit of reaction. Or there may be tension already there. So we're going to do a body scan, just looking for spots of tension in the body. As we stay in this present moment awareness, from the top down, just notice, become aware of the top of your head. And down the sides of your head, just bring the focus to your ears, your forehead, your eyebrows, sides of your face and your jaw, and allow the jaw to soften. A lot of people carry tension in their jaw and mouth. And down to the shoulders. Focusing on the shoulders now. On an exhale, I'll see if they'll just release a little. Everybody carries tension there. We're not forcing anything, we're just allowing a natural state to return. And now bring your attention to your arms. Down your arms to your hands, wherever they're contacted, wherever they're resting. And down, continuing down your torso, chest, and back. Gently rising and falling with the natural breathing, coming into a neutral state of balance. If you need to take a deep breath or a sigh at this point, just go ahead. As the breathing naturally deepens, bring your focus to your belly and your hips and your upper legs and thighs, knees, calves, and your ankles and your feet. Now just become aware of the whole body presence. And gently acknowledge and accept any sensory input, any sounds or other sensory input. You might be able to smell somebody's breakfast cooking, or just see through the eyelashes. And your mind will be wanting to do its thing. It's a perfectly miraculous and natural thing of thinking, remembering, planning, perceiving and translating what's coming in. Like clouds in the sky, just allow these thoughts to drift by. As we sit here just for 1 minute in silence together, breathing naturally, breathing in peace and out peace. Just do a gentle scan and see if there are any tensions returned in those favourite places. Just gently allow the body to come back into a natural relaxed state. And we're going to move into the joy meditation, or sometimes called the inner smile. And as I talk through these points, there'll be 3 natural breaths on each of the points that we're focusing on. The first point is a full body awareness. So to feel all your sensations, good sensations, not so good ones, neutral ones, tensions. Without changing, we're just noticing. 3 breaths, that should be 3 by now. And now for 3 breaths, release all the negative energy and feelings. On each out breath, imagine it leaving. And now on each in-breath, I want you to feel compassion and love for yourself. And say to yourself, may I have relief, joy and ease. Smile a genuine smile gently to yourself. Give yourself some love. This moment is only for you. Inner smile. And the next few breaths, we're going to go a little deeper, noticing any subtle traces of negativity that are left, such as avoidances or needs anything that's outside of this present moment, like a worry or a regret. It might show itself as some tension in your body, and we're just noticing them. And now become aware that everything you need to be happy is already here in this present moment. Life is a miracle, and only in this present moment are there infinite possibilities for both good and bad. Breathing naturally now, we can focus on the goodness and not ignore it any longer. Perhaps say to yourself, I have the power to place my attention on the goodness in this moment. Everything you need to experience joy, happiness, and freedom is available right now in this present moment. And for the next few breaths, as you let go of all your needs and desires and put attention on the goodness already here, just reflect on the miracle of life all around you, on this planet, the forests, the oceans, millions and billions of creatures, the sky, the stars, and you at the center of it all. And now, as you recognize you are not separate from the created universe, fully acknowledge and appreciate you are alive and truly precious. All of your feelings, thoughts, and sensations, and the way we are designed to appreciate beauty of the universe is an amazing miracle. And finally, as an introduction to another meditation practice called self-inquiry, allow the question, who am I, to just settle. This question aims to get to the point of life and helps clear out cloudy and often useless illusions that we often have about ourselves, and restores the flow of goodness and clean energy. And I'm just going to leave you in a minute's silence again. Breathing naturally. Here are a few tips as you go about your day today to maintain a presence of joy and happiness. Firstly, I think it's really important to be aware that the usual ideas of happiness and perfection are actually myths. I suggest we're more curious about negative thoughts and be present to sadness or sorrow. I suggest we slow down and play more. And another tip is to tell someone how much they mean to you. It could be a phone call or a text. with no other reason. Ask someone how they are and how much they mean to you. You can start your day with mindfulness, or at least just a short reflecting. Stare out of the window at the sky for a few minutes. Here's a shorter exercise when the day gets tough. You could do this. You can sit quietly with your eyes closed, taking a few deep breaths, relaxing with each out breath, and try to find a place inside where there's some happiness or joy, maybe deep in your mind or heart. Or just smile gently to yourself. Absorb yourself into this feeling. You can use a colour or a texture if it helps. And then imagine this feeling or sensation filling your body. This is the power of the imagination we all have. Imagine going about the rest of your day with this feeling. And then open your eyes and carry on from this new perspective, projecting joy out into your world. And it is your world. It's a poem called Planet by Catherine Pierce to conclude our session today. It's quite a long poem. This morning, this planet is covered by winds and blue. This morning, this planet glows with dustless, perfect light. Enough that I can see 1 million sharp leaves from where I stand. I walk on this planet. It's hard-packed dirt and prickling grass, and I don't fall off. I come down soft if I choose, hard if I choose. I never float away. Sometimes I want to be weightless on this planet. And so I wade into a brown river or dive through a wave and for a while feel nothing under my feet. Sometimes I want to hear what it was like before the air. And so I duck under the water and listen to the muted hums. I'm ashamed to say that most days I forget this planet. That most days I think about dentist appointments and plagiarists and the various ways I can try to protect my body from itself. Last weekend, I saw Jupiter through a giant telescope. Its storm stripes 4 of its 67 moons, and I was filled with fierce longing, bitter that instead of Ganymede Europa, I had only 1 moon floating in my sky. The moon, called Moon, its face familiar and stale. But this morning I stepped outside and the wind nearly knocked me down. This morning I stepped outside and the blue nearly crushed me. This morning this planet is so loud with itself, its winds, its insects, its grackles and mourning doves, that I can hardly hear my own lamentations. This planet, all its grooved bark, all its sand of quartz and bones, and volcanic glass, all its creeping thistle lacing the yards with spiny purple. I'm trying to come down soft today. I'm trying to see this place, even as I'm walking through it. Thank you.
Thanks, Johnny. That was another fantastic session. I'm sure everyone at home is feeling relaxed and ready for the rest of the day. If anyone has got any questions or you've got any experiences or feedback you'd like to share with Johnny, you can do that by emailing us at events@scottishautism.org and we'll pass them on to Johnny to respond. Our last session will be on Monday night at 7 o'clock, where Johnny will be taking questions live. We would love it if you could come along to this. So to do so, please register. More information about how to do that can be found on our website. Our theme for this month has been well-being. So in addition to the sessions we've had with Johnny, we've also had an event on sleep and feeling rested, and also an autism-friendly relaxation event with Peter Vermeulen. If you didn't get a chance to see these live, they can be found on our Facebook and YouTube channels. If you'd like more information about our future events, please follow Scottish Autism on our social channels or visit our website. Finally, I'd just like to thank Johnny again for the session and thank everyone at home for joining us this morning. We hope to see you again on Monday night. Bye.